Menstruation, its sacred power that has been hidden for centuries now. Period blood was considered the most sacred substance on earth, and now science is discovering its incredible healing abilities. One of the most important ceremonies in ancient times was the preparation of the elixir of immortality, quote unquote, consisting of menstrual blood, which is full of healing stem cells, which can actually activate our cellular ability to regenerate and transport us to endocrine states of ecstasy, or spiritually speaking, give us an access to the frequency of love and eternal life, taking us to another dimension called nirvana, etc. This feast of love, quote unquote, a key part of the menstrual mysteries, was eventually declared heretical, and women were expelled from participating in Christian ceremonies. However, the power of renewal, rebirth, and resurrection previously associated with the holy womb and the blood of the period of the Divine Mother was transferred to the story of Jesus and the ritual of the Eucharist. Hic est sanguis meus, for this is my blood, where pilgrims drank his blood to obtain the power of rebirth through him. In most ancient myths and religions around the world, dating back hundreds of thousands of years, the power of rebirth has always been a blessing for the feminine womb, personified by the priestesses of the sacred womb found in many cultures. Never was a blessing of rebirth given by a man, although there are many myths about period powers and how they have been stolen by male gods, quote unquote. Its true original essence of a woman's womb born many thousands of years ago that we might call primal innocence, before we lost much of our genetic potential, possessed this power naturally as an inalienable right, offering it to their tribes in rebirth ceremonies. Could you imagine? I'm just stating this for you. I don't agree with all this, but I just want us to be aware of what the ancients thought of concerning this. Since those years when women's birthright was lost, women in many societies and cultures, priestesses of the sacred womb, have practiced in many and various ways to heal, cleanse, and open the womb so that it can incarnate and again the frequency of love, primal innocence, and energetic and physical ability of stem cells to be able to activate purer states of consciousness and incredible regenerative abilities. This knowledge has been almost lost over the last 1,000 years, having been fragmented and deliberately destroyed. Recently, the Fountain of Life organization met with the leading scientists in the field of menstrual blood stem cells. His research showed that he had the ability to perform miracles, quote unquote. He described how the first time he used stem cells from menstrual blood, he felt as if he had been reborn. An unfit man in his 60s had to run around the block because he had so much energy. Okay, it's hard for me to believe, but that's what the doctor said, the researcher. Another research scientist, also in his 60s, noted his hair color change from gray to black in just a few months. These experiments are happening all over the world in secret. While women surrender their power to patriarchal ideologies, take drugs to stop or stall their menstrual cycle, use carcinogenic tampons and stem the flow, experience their periods as uncomfortable curse, and feel ashamed of them, men scientists around the world use the power to experience states of physical and spiritual rebirth. Isn't it time for women to reclaim their feminine power? Honoring the sacred regenerative qualities of our world's bloom, quote unquote, womb's bloom, evidence for the sanctity of menstruation in all cultures prior to the rise of male-dominated patriarchy is well documented. The Maori expressly state that human souls are composed of menstrual blood, which when preserved in the womb assumes human form and becomes man. In Hinduism, it's said that when the Great Mother creates, her substance becomes sick, and that this was how the universe gave birth, and women use the same method on a smaller scale. South American Indians believe that all mankind was made of the blood of the moon. In ancient Mesopotamia, the great goddess Ninhursag was believed to have fashioned humanity from clay and infused it with her blood. The word Adam, from the feminine Adama, means bloody clay. The Bible story of Adam was copied from an older myth that recounts the creation of man from clay and menstrual blood. In the creation story in the Quran, it says that Allah made man from flowing blood, but in pre-Islamic Arabia, Allah was the goddess of creation, Al-Lat. The Great Mother manifests as the spirit of creation, Kali Maya. She invited the gods to bathe in the blood of her womb and drink from it, and the gods in this drank of her blood and ascended to the heavens, it stated. The Norse god Thor reached the magical land of enlightenment and eternal life by swimming in a river filled with the menstrual blood of a female giant, one of the primordial matriarchs, the Mighty Ones. Odin gained supremacy by stealing and drinking the wise blood from the triple cauldron of the womb of Mother Earth, the same triple goddess known as Kali Maya in Southeast Asia. The Egyptian pharaohs were deified after swallowing the blood of Isis. Its hieroglyphic depiction was the arms as the vulva mark. The same elixir of immortality received the name Amrita in Persia. It was sometimes called the milk of the mother goddess or holy blood, and they have always been associated with the moon. Celtic kings became gods by drinking the red mead given to them by the fairy queen. They called it Dur Flaith, meaning either red liquid or red dominion. In the tantric rite of the left hand, the priestess impersonating the goddess must be menstruating, and after intercourse with her, a man can become a great poet or a lord of the world. Taoists believe that a person could become immortal, or at least live for many years, by absorbing menstrual blood called red yin juice from the mysterious gate of woman, a symbol of life, giving feminine energy. Chinese sages call this red juice. Essence of Mother Earth, the yin principle that gives life to all things. It's said that the Yellow Emperor became a god by absorbing the juice of 112 women. Ceremonies were often performed by older women due to the ancient belief that post-menstrual women were the wisest people because they did not lose their wise blood. And this list adapted from Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secret by Barbara Walker, from the Fountain of Life organization, from Spirit Science. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. This is what the ancients thought of concerning the time of the month of the women. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.